But now we're just going to turn to, as newspapers are being pressured by the shift of readers onto websites, cost reduction has of course been vital. PageMasters, which is owned by Australian Associated Press, has been providing newspapers with editorial production services so that they can outsource things such as layout and design and sub-editing. And now PageMasters is taking the brand into North America, and for more on this we're joined from our Melbourne studio by the Managing Director of PageMasters, Bruce Davidson. Bruce, thanks so much for your time. Just firstly, tell us a little bit about this licence agreement that you've signed.
Yes, Bridie. Look, we've entered an arrangement with the Canadian press, which I guess is the equivalent of Australian Associated Press in Canada, to work with them to establish the PageMasters brand effectively in both Canada and the US. The Canadian press will operate the system over there, and PageMasters will be providing a lot of advice, consultancy to get the operations up and running, and then the aim is to generate some revenue streams for us back here, depending on the success of the business over in the US and Canada.
Bruce, it's James here. I spoke to you earlier this year when you'd just started some work in the UK. Can you tell us a little bit how that's been going this year?
Yeah, look, it's been going very well. Yes, we've been providing sub-editing for the London Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph in the UK for nearly 9 months now. It's been quite a seamless switch. It's going very, very well, and I think in that case the time zone advantage that we offer potential clients in the UK is fantastic, in that the people deliver their content at the end of their day. We pick it up in our morning and deliver it back at the end of our day. So it's a really quite a magical event for the Telegraph.
Bruce, we just wanted to come back and have a chat quickly now about the wider issues facing the media sector. We've got Paul Fisher here, the IAB CEO as well. I guess one of the big things that we've had in the past week is News Corp CEO saying that there'll be a move towards paid online content for those news sites in this financial year. Paul, I just wanted to ask you, I mean, how much do those news sites contribute to attracting readers to online? I mean, are they a big part?
Oh, significant. I think given that the makeup of the media industry in this country, there are a few, or 5, 6 major players, and 2 of those are traditional news providers. You know, it's a major investment in those businesses, particularly in the digital part of the business now, to enhance the print side of the business. And news is a very sticky commodity, or content area in online. So it's very important to those particular businesses, and it's very important to the online industry as a whole.
Bruce, I just wonder if we could bring you into this discussion as well, and just perhaps ask, I mean, how PageMasters is going to deal, I guess, with this shift, as we've mentioned, of readers moving online.
Yeah, well, I think, I mean, really, we've been approached, you know, by the publishers to say, well, how can we do the production of our newspapers in a more efficient manner, and obviously save some costs in that area. And that's really going to mean that we are establishing, you know, production centres for those newspapers, ostensibly at the moment for the print products. But of course, if the pendulum shifts and more and more resources are pushed onto online, I think production centres, centralised production for newspaper publishers, would be well placed then to be in a position to offer the production and editing and checking processes for the online products.
Paul, there's a massive amount of challenges to get across this. I mean, one is convincing people to pay, I guess, where they've been getting free content, and the other one is how do they collect the monies as well. There's lots of options there. Have you got any thoughts about either of those?
I do. I should point out that it's obviously not the remit of the IAB to get involved in paid content. It's really, our remit is very much around advertising. But my views are that, you know, there are a lot of research. I mean, PricewaterhouseCoopers said the other day in the release of their Media Outlook report that their survey shows that there's a large proportion of consumers are willing to pay for certain content. I think they were saying that consumers they carried out a survey of 6,000 consumers, and most of those were prepared to pay up to 92% of the cover price of a newspaper for news content and up to 75% of the cover price for sport content. So I think the issue is not about will consumers pay for content. I think it's about which content will they pay for, and of course how much. Once the media proprietors get through that with their research, then of course they've got to set up payment mechanisms. And I think that, well, I know for a fact that they're looking at that and have been looking at that for quite a while now.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, whether it's you set up an account, or can you view a story and just pay for one story? I mean, it's really going to be interesting to see what they come up with.
I think it will, and I don't think that it's going to be too difficult, because there are a variety of payment mechanisms that people online are used to anyway, whether it's your credit card, whether it's a subscription model, whether you choose certain options such as bundled packages or individual elements of a package. I think a lot more has been made out of this than maybe needs to be. The reality is that they'll make it simple, they'll make it fast and easy and quick, and I think that we'll see that very soon.
All right, I'm afraid we've run out of time, but it's been great to have you in today. Paul Fisher from IAB, and also, of course, Bruce Davidson, Managing Director of Page Masters. Thank you both for your time.
Thank you.